back to Spirits ASMR. Fault. Spirits ASMR Fault. In this video, I wanted to do a whisper ramble as requested by one of you. And so, I have a few things in my head that I can talk about. The first being my first week of college and how that is going. So, college started up again this past Monday, and it's my first week at my new college. And so, I just transferred to this college. And before I was at a community college, but the new college experience has definitely been interesting. I remember when I first picked my classes, I was like, just like thinking about how big the campus will be compared to my previous college, and it's safe to say that it was a lot bigger. There's like so much more, I guess, community than in this community college. In the community college that I was in, there didn't really feel like it was actually a community. But at this new university that I go to now, it actually seems like there's more of a community, and I guess that is because it is a bigger university, but also, I don't know, it's just like, I don't know. Okay, so my first day of college, I only had one class for Monday, and in that class, I don't know why, but I thought all of the lecture buildings would be like huge, with like a lot of people in it, like how you see in the clips on like YouTube and movies and other platforms and stuff like that. And this one was just pretty normal sized, like a high school classroom type of size, about like 25 people. And usually in the first week of college, you don't really get any work, just the professors going over the syllabus. And so that's what my professor did, and my professor seemed to be pretty nice, considering that it is a upper level course. I'd expect the professors to get a little more strict with things, and that's what I learned on Thursday, which is the day I'm filming this. Let me just fast forward to Thursday, which is today for me. Monday and Wednesday were pretty similar. Wednesday we just went over more stuff for that one class, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays I have two classes. I want to skip to Thursday because Tuesday I only had one class because the teacher was sick. One professor was sick. So, in my first class on Tuesday, we just went over the syllabus and that's all. But on Thursday, my other professor finally came back and was interesting. Um, so in these two classrooms, they're like bigger lecture halls with like 60, 70 plus people in them. And in my first class on Thursday, it was pretty standard. It was just a lecture with a PowerPoint and the teacher was talking. But I want to skip to the second class. Not the first, but the second. In the second class, I kind of didn't know what to expect because I checked the reviews on the professor, and the reviews were like a little crazy. The reviews were all over the place, from like 5-star to 1-star. I didn't really know what to expect, but one review stood out to me, and it was a 1-star rating. Most of the ratings for my course were pretty bad. They were all mostly 1 stars or 2 stars. But it's like, I forgot exactly what it said, but the review said something about the only way you'll be able to focus in this class is if you're on a bunch of drugs. And I thought that was interesting because I read all these reviews the night before my class with that professor, and the only reason why I took that professor was because there was no other professor teaching the class for the time that I needed, so I just had to take the risk, pretty much. And on my first impression of the teacher, I can kind of get where the review is coming from, but not entirely. It seems like for that class, you kind of just have to put in a little bit more extra effort, and the rules seem a lot more strict. Like in the other upper level course I have, they don't really have a bunch of rules about using your phones in class or electronics in class or stuff like that. But in this upper level course, the professor has a bunch of rules about it, and she seems very specific on actually wanting the students to learn, which I guess is a good thing, but it's just a little, the way she seems to be teaching is a little different than the other professors, because usually professors teach with a PowerPoint in the background, and they basically just go over stuff from the PowerPoint, or they have like a sort of a script, and they upload it all to the classroom online. But with this teacher, a bunch of reviews said that she doesn't do any of that. She just talks the whole class period, and just like talks about the whatever she wants, whatever chapter or whatever, you know, without a script or without a lecture. I mean, without a PowerPoint or a script. And I thought that was interesting and kind of a little scary, but I wouldn't say I'm totally out of luck, because I believe that the teacher might not be as bad as the reviews say, considering the fact that she apparently has been teaching for about it. She has all this experience on the one course, so she should be able to like understand how the kids, how us students will be able to learn faster and better. And I hope that her method of teaching actually helps. But besides that, my school stuff has been pretty okay so far. My third year college experience. The other stuff that I can talk about is the new music that I have been listening to. So I know you all don't know me that well, but I really love music, and that's what I usually spend all my time doing, analyzing music and listening to music and finding new music that I like. I enjoy all genres of music, whatever genre it is. I will probably enjoy it, whatever genre is recommended to me, But there is a couple albums that I just can't stop listening to recently, and specifically this one album called Live, Laugh, Love by Earl Sweatshirt. Earl Sweatshirt. He is a rap artist, but the type of rap that he does is a little different than the traditional kind, but it's unique in a poetic sort of way. It's not like the entry level type of rap stuff. That sounds stupid, but it's like abstract, I guess you can say. I don't know if you could hear that in the background, but sorry if you do. I don't know what that noise is. Oh, wait, that's my computer. My laptop. Oh. Okay, yeah, so this album, I don't know, for whatever reason, I always just loved this artist's music, Earl Sweatshirt, and this album I have seemed to enjoy. I have been enjoying this album a lot more. I used to listen to this before this album released. I stopped listening to him for a little while for whatever reason. I guess it just sort of grew off of me, but with this new album, it's sort of like I found a newfound love for his music again. And I don't really know why, but it's just like in his album catalog, he has one of my favorite albums of all time with his 2018 release. And with this new album, it's like the same sort of, it's like on the same sort of coin, but like flipped. It's like the other side, it's like the other side. And I don't really know how to explain it, but I have just been really enjoying it. His unique, abstract lyricism. But, said, I'm going to wrap up the video, and thank you for the suggestion. Thank you for suggesting this video idea, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Rambling is not really my style, and sorry if you hear that air conditioning in the background. It's always a little loud. But rambling isn't really my sort of style because